Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. I am Bisma Zeb from Chenab College Jung and I am O-LAVEL student. Today I am starting chemistry's lecture 1 and it is the part 1 of chapter metals. Today's date is 31st July 2022. So let's start our topic, metals. Metals. Almost 75% of the periodic table is metals. 75% of periodic table. Is composed of metals and it is in group 1 groups of metals. The first group, second and transition block, transition block. The first two groups are the most reactive and it is alkali and alkaline. They have most reactive metals. And the transition block, it has the metals in this has variable valencies, like copper has sometimes 2 plus or 3 plus, iron 2 plus or 3 plus, and they form colorful compounds. So let's start the properties of metals. The first one is high melting point and high density. Do you know why metals have high melting point and high density? Let me tell you about it. They have close packing. Means their atoms are arranged in this shape, like closed to each other, and they have very strong bonds between them, and that bond is metallic bonding. Metallic bonds. So for breaking these bonds, high amount of energy is required. So that is why they are having high melting point and high density. And the next property is malleability and ductility. Do you know that malleability and ductility are the two properties of metals? Means that we know that metals have strong forces of attraction between them. They are strong but not rigid. Forces between metal atoms are strong, not rigid. For explaining this, if we apply force on one side of metals, they will arrange themselves. They will not scatter, they will arrange themselves. This shows that they are strong but not rigid. Suppose this is arrangement of atoms before applying force, and we applied force, and it results in this situation like this. Means they have arranged themselves. The next point is thermal conductivity. Thermal conductivity. By supplying heat or energy to the metals, atoms pass heat to one another by vibrations. By the means of vibration, atoms pass heat energy to one another. You know that there are outermost electrons in the metals which are free, so they pass heat energy from one another. The next one is electrical conductivity. If we apply a circuit, suppose there is a metal rod and we are having a circuit around it, the free electrons in the metal, this is pure metal, not an alloy, the free metals electrons will move towards, this is negative and that is positive, will move towards positive terminal of the battery, means it will move in this way. And it explains that metals are good conductors of electricity. There are many exceptions in the properties of metals, but one property remains same, that it always forms, metals always form positive ions. Metals never or neither forms a negative ion because they lose electrons and they have free electrons due to their free electrons in outermost shell. So this topic is completed, and the next topic will be reactivity series, and I will explain that will in next lecture. So Allah Hafiz.